Hi guys, so I'm kind of gutted that not that I have to do this video, that sounds really bad, but I was literally like jamming out to Bastille, one of my favourite bands. I haven't listened to them in like longer than it should have been, and I was having a really good time, and I was like, oh crap, no, don't start the eyeshadow, I need to film. So I'm back again, testing out another of the Vault collection by the Morphe Jaclyn Hill collaboration. Time of filming this, all that beauty influencer beef is really heating up. It's getting crazy. Everybody's coming out with their truths. Carry on, carry on. I'm just here for the music and the good vibes. So I don't know why I said music, I meant makeup. Yeah, I need my breakfast. So I've already done the Bling Boss palette, which was the purple shades. I'm thinking at the moment between Armed and Gorgeous and Dark Magic. So bear with me a second whilst I just kind of decide what I want. See, the Ring the Alarm palette's not that exciting for me. That bomb-ass red colour is really pretty though. Oh, I've just dropped the slippy thing. But other than that, I'm not too excited to try that one, so that might be the last one I actually give a go. Then we've got, again, today I'm not feeling too excited by the Armed and Gorgeous palette, but I'm liking these like mustardy shades, so I think that will look better with what I'm wearing, like the green top and everything, and I don't know. I want something more muted and neutral because of my bright hair. And then lastly is the Dark Magic palette, which I love the shades in here, but I'm just not feeling to go that dark today. So I think what I will do is go for the Armed and Gorgeous. And yeah, even though people have been saying about how the colours like feed into the silver scheme, I've only just really noticed that it's so pretty. Anyway, shall we get cracking? I think we shall. Right, so everything, like I've got all my base makeup, everything on. Eyelids are primed and prepped. So let's see, what should I go in? I'm going to try and make this more short because obviously I've done like a full depth video prior to this using another palette, and if you want to watch that you can check that out. That's got more of like first impressions. Right now I'm not, well, unless the palette formula is different in this one, I'm not expecting to have too many thoughts. I just kind of want to do a look. So let me zoom you in a little bit. That was a lot of it, wasn't it? Okay, so let's start. Again, this doesn't really have a sort of transitional or all over base shade, so I'm going to go in with my Revolution Luxury Banana Powder, and I shall use a bit of that just to set my lids. Okay, so I think I'm going to go in with Access, and I feel like this is going to be a really washed out yellow on me, but we're going to give it a go anyway and see how it appears. Actually, I haven't got any kickback in the pan at all with that, and I did 2 dips, quite pigmented. Let's see how it looks. I mean, yeah, it's like a really weak orange juice if you want an explanation of the colour. It is coming up, but it's one of those shades that I feel like it's a good shade to have, so it's not dark all of a sudden. You kind of build it up to make it more of like a comfortable experience, I guess. But yeah, it still does look a little bit washed out on me. Okay, so I think that was about 5 or 6 layers on both eyes to get it to this sort of opacity. I want to sort of bring it in here as well. There we go. Oh, got a fluff on my eyelash. Right, so next I'm going to go with, it makes sense to me to just go in with all the oranges and then build up that way, because I don't know how many different looks you can really do with this. I mean, basically from the colour scheme that I can see, it's all going to look pretty much the same except for the glitter, if that makes sense. So I don't know if this is necessarily a versatile palette. I feel like you'll have to use another one of the palettes or just another external palette itself to kind of get really different looks perhaps. I don't know. Oh, but this is nice. So that was Agent that I just went into, which is the second orange colour on that row. Bit deeper. This one's nice. This is like a slightly more slightly less diluted orange squash. Blends in nicely to the yellow. I think I'm going to have to, this one does have more kickback though. I think I'm going to have to go back over the yellow again just to kind of bring it back. So I've just dipped into the yellow just to go back over it and bring it a bit higher. I've not wiped off my brush or anything. Have you noticed I'm trying not to actually like talk about random things about what I'm doing today and that, because I know this is going to be up after my holiday, and currently right now it's like a week before the holiday, so I know it's going to be irrelevant, so I'm just trying to stick to the makeup. But I love chatting. I don't know, but then when I chat it goes like, I don't know, I start going off on a tangent. Right, so I've just rubbed the brush off. I'm going to go in with a slightly, I think a tighter brush is what I'm after. Perhaps one of these, this kind of one. And I'm going to go in with the deeper still colour. Well, that sounded weird. I meant the deepest of them all in terms of the orange shades. Wow, that I knew what I meant in my head. And that colour is called Secure. And I'm going to bring that in here again, I guess. Well, it's weird. It's like the deepest one, but it's almost like the brightest. But still, kind of, this one sort of blends away to nothing. Putting quite a lot on. I'm not very impressed by that shade. Being the deepest of them all in terms of oranges, I thought it was going to be a bit more powerful, perhaps. But I mean, I'm having to go in lots for this one and I'm still not getting any payoff. Do you know what I mean? It's all tease and no payoff. Oh, I feel so gross saying that. But, see what I mean? Like, this on camera looks just like one colour. I swear you can see a gradient. But maybe my, not that I like this excuse, but maybe my skin tone's too dark for it. But I shouldn't have to go in with a white base. Why should I? It should just show up on my skin tone. My skin tone. Am I right? I don't know. Am I right? Right, so I'm going to go under my eye with that colour as well. Yeah, I just don't think it looks as shocking on my complexion. It just blends out. I mean, the under eye, I kind of like how it's looking, but it is like, wow, I like looking sick, do you know what I mean? But it is still not as much of a punch as I would have expected for a colour that looks so bright in the pan. So that's a bit underwhelming, but hey ho. So I'm actually going to go back with my fluffier brush and just sort of blend everything together. There's nothing on it at the moment. It's one that I wiped off a minute ago. There we go. Right, so those are all the oranges. Overall, like looking in the mirror, sorry, in front of me, like the big one, it looks like a nice gradient. Well, I mean, from about as much as I can see, because I cannot see properly without my glasses. On here, it's looking more like one colour, but I can assure you, I can see like a nice. It's subtle, it's soft, but I can see a gradient myself. I don't know whether to go in with that nice green. I feel like I should. But then where would the brown go? I'm going to have to cover up these oranges at some point anyway. So yeah, I'm just going to go and take in Top Secret, which is that awesome green colour there. Let's hope it actually applies awesomely. I'm one of those people as well that never knows what kind of brush to use. Right, let's use this packing sort of one. Okie dokie. So it's like a dark khaki green. I like it. Ooh, that's pretty. I've got a bit of skipping though, like it's not sticking to this part here. Let's see. I do feel like it's wiping off. Maybe I shouldn't have set my eyeshadow again, but I don't like putting colour directly on tacky bases because I can't blend it properly. But yeah, I mean, this colour is absolutely beautiful. But It's actually not quite pigmented. This is annoying. It's not as pigmented as I would have hoped. And it is definitely skipping. Like, it's almost like if I go over it with the brush too much times, the brush is wiping away what I've placed down, if you know what I mean. But I don't think it's the brush's fault, because the brush that I've got are really nice ones actually. And obviously they've been tried and tested like many a times. I use these all the time, so I know how they work. Okay, but I'm getting somewhere with colour. I think it's pretty. I just wish it was that bit darker. I like how I said earlier I don't want to go for something dark, like with the Dark Magic palette. But here I am, using a different palette, still going dark. I'm just going to drag, because it's looking a bit top heavy, I'm going to drag the remainder that's on my brush underneath the lash line. Oh my god, I just had a fear of Christ then. I was like, oh my god, it's not recording. But it is recording. Yay! It's going completely out of shot. Right, I'm actually going to wipe off that brush, and with any one of the yellows, they all kind of look the same, to be honest, at different points. I'm going to kind of just blend that back out underneath with the orangey shades, just so it doesn't look as harsh. I look like a swamp queen, I love it. There we go, maybe that's what I should call it, a swamp queen look. It's pretty actually, I like it. So I'm going to go with the same brush, I think, into the dark brown colour called Prowl. On the Prowl. And I'm going to just deepen up the crease again. Ooh, that looks like a rich colour, but is it deceiving? You decide. I mean, yeah, it's kind of deceiving, it's just going on too softly. I'll try a different brush again in a minute, just in case it is the brush's fault, which I highly doubt, but you never know. It's a pretty colour, but it's nowhere near as deep. Like, look, can you even, the green looks darker than it, but in the pan I'm pretty sure it's darker than the green, you know. Oh, this is annoying. In the other video I was happily surprised by the look, like the colours and everything, but in this one it's just like not as impressive, basically. What I'm trying to say. So I've accidentally started doing my little cat eye shape, which I've been doing recently, but then I sort of stopped. But it's sort of naturally going into that shape, so I mean, let's take it there, why not? There's a big bit here that just won't blend. Maybe I need another brush again. Oh, so this is the third brush I'm going to use for this one colour. Bear with me, bear with me. I don't know what brush. Maybe this one. This one, like an angled little tighter one. I don't know, it's gone like a big blotch, like a big circle. That's annoying. I'll have to go back over with an orange to try and erase it. Ooh. I don't know, let's work on the eye, that seems to be going alright. To be honest though, I do need to go back with those oranges. They are getting a bit lost. Oh, I've done it on this side as well now. Right, let's go in with the lightest orange. Hopefully that will help erase. Sort of patting it down and then blending it. Get in there, it's getting there. Okay, I will be honest, some of those shadows aren't actually there in real life. So I don't know what that's about. How peculiar. Doesn't actually look like that. Well, anyway, I'm going to go back in with... Actually, let me mix some more oranges. Just to kind of hopefully get another transition going that I've lost. And then back to the browns. I don't know. I feel like winged liner will make everything better. But so far, I'm actually quite disappointed with how the palette is going. But I'm just going to leave that now. I hope for the best. So I need a shimmer. I tend to apply shimmers with my fingers anyway. So I mean, hopefully this can't go wrong. Let's see, what one should I go for? I think... I don't want to go too dark, but maybe I should. I don't want to. Okay, I think I'm going to go with Classified. And then right in the inner corner, I'm going to use VIP. But I'll use VIP with a brush because it's too small for my finger to go in there. Classified does look more like a thick glitter. This is how it picks up though, it's quite smooth. I mean, it blends in nicely to the shadow. Because it's a dark base, it looks like all I can see is gold glitter. But to be honest, yeah, I'm just bringing it mostly over the whole thing now. But to be honest, it's really like intense. It's really pretty. At first I was like, huh, it didn't look like much, but it's got lots of different reflex in it. That's really pretty. And it looks quite nice over the green as well. But the glitter, the loose parts of the glitter does get all over the face. Definitely lost some brave souls today. Falling from my finger. That's pretty. Wow. When in doubt, glitter it out. People were right. Wow, glitter really does help. Then, like I said, with VIP, I'm going to go into the inner corner. Well, it's really icy. It's actually the first time I've done a proper full face today. I've got foundation and everything on, and I haven't been wearing foundation recently because I actually don't like the feel of foundation on my skin. I've been trying to, for the longest time it feels, transition onto just like powder or just like spot concealing. I've been spot concealing every now and then, but I just kind of don't want to let my foundations go to waste. So what I do have, I'm trying to use up every now and then, but using it in a way that it doesn't feel too heavy or sticky on the skin. But even still, I dread to put it on. So that's what that looks like. It's really pretty. I think I'm going to have to go back in Classified with the brush just to blend it a little bit more here. This is definitely much more dramatic look than I was anticipating. But hey ho, I think it looks nice. I'm going to go back under with some of the brown colour. And I'm going to do that underneath here. And I'm actually going to go in with Smooth Criminal. And then that means I've pretty much used all of the colours except for Guilt Trip and Coin, which are the other two shimmers. So yeah, I'm going to go with Smooth Criminal in the crease, which I haven't done yet, but I feel like I need some sort of depth, a little bit more depth in there. Brush, can I use this one again? Hopefully this helps to dislodge any excess glitter that likes to stick around for the show. Ooh, this is a nice colour. It's actually helping. Wow, that looks nice, I think. And then again I'll go back with Secure, the orange colour, just a little bit over that so we're not losing too much of the orange. And I think that's that done. So bear with me whilst I put on some eyeliner and mascara, and then I'll come back for final thoughts, I guess. I'm going to be using my Glory Lip Liner Pencil by Revolution. And I'm going to be using the NYX Intense Butter Gloss. And it's this purple one here. Let me just get it out for you so you can see the shade and so that I can put it on. The shade is Very Strudel, and it looks like so. Ah, it smells so good. And they're so comfortable. I wore this for the first time yesterday, and it's really nice. I put it with a red lipstick and then this on top, and it was a really nice combination, but I wanted it to look a bit more brighter, so I didn't use the lipstick, the red one, but it's still showing really nicely on top of the brown lip liner. Oh, I feel like you can still smell it, which I personally like. Some people might not like. But yes, this is the finished look. Ow, I've just hurt my hair. Where's the little... So yes, this is the finished look using the Armed and Gorgeous palette. Let me know what you guys thought. I personally was kind of underwhelmed with this one, but the shimmers and the glitters definitely helped to disguise the crisis that was happening on my eyes today. Yeah, this is definitely weaker than the Bling Boss one, which I tried before this. I still like the colours and the shades, but I still believe you wouldn't be able to do a lot of variation with just these shades given to you, especially actually because you've got quite a few shades that look the same that you don't really need. I mean, there's not much difference between Agent and Secure, which are the two darker orangey shades, and I feel like you could have put something else in there, or maybe made one of them a little bit more deeper on top of that. But yeah, I mean, I really like the shimmers. The white one's really icy, I love it, and the gold one, which was Classified, was such a cool like colour, like it's dark and like metallic, what's the word, like bronzed copper sort of thing. I really like it. I think they look quite nice. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. Sorry I was maybe a little bit more negative in this one, but yeah, let me know what you think, and I shall speak to you in another video soon. Bye.